Today is Thursday, July 14, 2022. Let us take a look at today's crypto headlines. Tencent shuts down NFT platform as Gov policy makes it impossible to thrive. Bitcoin fights key trendline near $20,000 as a dollar index hits new 20-year high. MasterCard partners with crypto gateway to drive financial inclusion in Indonesia. New York Yankees will allow workers to convert part of their paychecks into Bitcoin. Bahamas PM says the country will turn to crypto for innovation and offsetting GDP losses. Please like, subscribe and turn on the notification button to keep supporting our channel. Tencent shuts down NFT platform as Gov policy makes it impossible to thrive. While NFTs are not banned in China like cryptocurrencies, the government has warned against fraud risks associated with the nascent sector. China's internet giant Tencent has reportedly shut down one of the two non-fungible token, NFT, platforms owing to declining sales aided by the regressive monetary policies of the Chinese government. Tencent shut down one of its NFT platforms on July 1, while the other one is struggling to remain afloat. A report from a local daily indicates that the wind-down process for the same began in May. The tech giant transferred key executives responsible for managing the NFT platform in the last week of May, and completely removed the digital collectible section from its Tencent News app by the first week of July. The primary reason for the slowdown in sales and ultimate closure of Tencent's digital collectible platform is being blamed on flawed government policy that prohibits buyers from selling their NFTs in private transactions after purchase, which makes these NFTs not so lucrative. The lack of a secondary market kills any chance of making a profit on these digital collectibles. NFTs gained a lot of traction in China earlier this year, with several tech giants such as Tencent and Alibaba showing interest in even launching their own digital collectible platforms. However, with the rise in popularity, it also got attention from the government, which has warned investors to be wary of frauds associated with these NFTs. In March, several Chinese social media giants such as Weibo and WeChat started removing accounts associated with digital collectible platforms fearing a government crackdown. In June, Alibaba launched an NFT platform but soon deleted all mentions of it from the internet. While the Chinese government is known for its anti-crypto stance where it has banned all types of cryptocurrency transactions in the country, there is no such outright ban against NFTs. However, big businesses and tech giants still dwell with caution, fearing strict actions from the Beijing government. Wu Blockchain, a China-focused Twitter handle, said that citizens still sell their NFTs in the underground secondary markets, but large tech firms such as Alibaba and Tencent can't afford to do so. Despite a ban on crypto trading, mining and subsequent warning against NFTs, Chinese traders have always found a way to bypass strict regulatory crackdowns. For example, after the crypto mining ban in the country last year, China's share of Bitcoin, BTC, miners dropped to 0 from 60%. However, recent data suggests that China has climbed back to the second spot again, indicating miners found a way despite strict measures taken by the government. Similarly, the number of NFT platforms in the country grew 5 times in 4 months. Bitcoin fights key trendline near $20,000 as a dollar index hits new 20-year high. Nothing can keep the US dollar index, (XI) down this year, and concerns over its impact on assets beyond crypto are spreading. Bitcoin, BTC, found a new focus at just under $20,000 on July 14 as United States dollar strength hammered out yet another 2-decade high. XI moves bring yen, euro into focus. Data from TradingView showed BTC/USD rebounding from lows sparked by a fresh 40-year high for U.S. inflation as per the Consumer Price Index, CPI. After briefly dipping under $19,000, the pair took a flight above $20,000 before consolidating immediately below that psychologically significant level. For on-chain analytics resource material indicators, it was now do or die for BTC price action when it came to a key rising trend line in place since mid-June. On the day, that trend line stood at around $19,600, with BTC/USD now preserving it as support. Significant gains meanwhile looked less likely for crypto markets thanks to the day once more being ruled by the US dollar. After tanking following the CPI print, the US dollar index, XI, returned with a vengeance to post its highest levels since 2002, a phenomenon that had characterized much of the year. The new peak measured 108.64, an increase of over 1% versus the 24-hour lows. Beyond the short-term negative impact for Bitcoin and risk assets, USD's strength was also bad news for other major world currencies, with the Japanese yen particularly in focus for BTC commentators. Yen getting battered again today. Bank of Japan frozen in place, waiting for Fed reversal. Until then, they will continue to destroy their currency because they have no other option, popular Twitter account Stack Hodler argued on the day. BOJ plus yen is a glimpse into the future for XP plus euro. Are you seeing why Bitcoin matters yet? Some believe that the Fed will likewise have no choice but to halt inflation-busting interest rate hikes toward the end of 2022. In response to today's CPI print, which showed broad-based and accelerating inflation, short-term FF futures moved upward, implying peak FF of 3.68% by 12/22, with the Federal Reserve immediately thereafter cutting rates to reach 2.9% by 1/24. Investor and hedge fund manager Bill Ackman wrote in part of a Twitter thread in reaction to the CPI data. Implicitly, the market expects a more aggressive Fed will push us into recession by year-end and then cut rates in response. MasterCard partners with crypto gateway to drive financial inclusion in Indonesia. Naveen Jain, an executive at MasterCard Indonesia, said that MasterCard will support Facet's efforts to drive financial inclusion in the country. Financial services firm MasterCard has partnered with crypto gateway provider Facet to co-develop digital solutions that may drive adoption in Indonesia. The collaboration aims to expand financial inclusion in the country and extend opportunities to its local economy. In an announcement, Naveen Jain, the country manager for MasterCard Indonesia, said that will support Facet's efforts to advance financial inclusion within the country. According to Jain, the partnership will help locals to have more access to digital technologies. Hendra Suryakusuma, an executive at Facet, said that there is an unbanked population of 92 million in Indonesia. According to Suryakusuma, this gap will be bridged by Facet and MasterCard to bring better access to digital financial services. Suryakusuma explained that our partnership seeks to lower the barriers to digital finance and drive greater opportunities to benefit from the use of emerging financial services. Apart from this, the executive also believes that crypto adoption in countries like Indonesia will also have a significant impact on the broader crypto ecosystem. He highlighted that it will serve as a reference for other countries to pursue progress and change the pace of economic growth. The implications on the industry are greater legitimization of crypto assets, their use cases and areas of applications, he further explained. In June, MasterCard expanded its network for non-fungible token (NFT) markets. The payment processing firm partnered with NFT marketplaces to allow its cardholders to purchase NFTs directly with their cards, eliminating the need to buy crypto before making NFT purchases. Back in May, Michael Miebach, the CEO of MasterCard, made a bold prediction that the cross-border transaction platform SWIFT may cease to exist in 5 years during a panel on central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. However, after the panel, a spokesperson from MasterCard clarified that it's not a yes or no question, but rather a reinforcement of SWIFT's previous statements that its operations will eventually evolve. New York Yankees will allow workers to convert part of their paychecks into Bitcoin. A major firm in the Bitcoin space, NYDIG, made the announcement today, July 14, that it would become the official Bitcoin payroll platform for the New York Yankees as part of a multi-year agreement with the organization. By granting workers of the Yankees organization access to NYDIG's Bitcoin Savings Plan, BSP, the arrangement brings together one of the most recognizable sports franchises in the world with the cryptocurrency space, according to the company's press release. BSP is a workplace benefit that enables workers to convert a part of their wage into Bitcoin via the NYDIG platform. Employees who take part in a NYDIG Bitcoin savings plan that is provided by a participating company are exempt from paying any costs associated with either the transaction of Bitcoins or their safe storage. Bitcoin Savings Plan. A Bitcoin savings plan is a perk that is being offered by dozens of major firms across a broad variety of sectors today in an effort to recruit and retain the most qualified employees. Kelly Brewster, Chief Marketing Officer at NYDIG, said, "We're proud to partner with our hometown team and an iconic sports franchise, the Yankees, to further our mission of bringing Bitcoin to all." For employees of the Yankees and beyond, the opportunity to allocate a small slice of their paycheck to a Bitcoin savings plan can be one of the most efficient ways to save Bitcoin. And the dollar cost averaging can smooth out the bumps along the way. Aaron Sobo, Yankees Vice President, Human Resources, Employment and Labor Law, stated, "NYDIG made it easy to add Bitcoin to our roster of benefits, and we look forward to leveraging the NYDIG platform to offer this opportunity to our employees." According to a study conducted by NYDIG, 36% of workers under the age of 30 have indicated that they would be interested in investing a percentage of their earnings in Bitcoin. A little less than 1/3 of those workers said that if they had the choice between doing the same job for 2 different companies, they would choose the one that offered them the opportunity to be paid in Bitcoin. The Bitcoin platform offered by NYDIG adheres to the highest possible regulatory, operational, and governance standards. It is used by organizations of varying sizes, ranging from modestly sized corporations to those that are ranked in the Fortune 500. Bahamas PM says the country will turn to crypto for innovation and offsetting GDP losses. As the cryptocurrency industry flourishes around the world and digital assets like Bitcoin, BTC, become more adopted, some nations are turning to them as they seek to solve certain problems plaguing their societies, including the Bahamas. Indeed, the Bahamas Prime Minister Philip Davis drew attention to the damage his country was suffering due to climate change, and announced plans to turn its attention toward the crypto space for technological innovation and finding ways to offset GDP losses, the Nassau Guardian's Paige McCartney reported on July 14. Environmental and financial damage? Discussing economic development and investment with St. Vincent and the Grenadines Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves at the 2022 Concordia Americas Summit. Davis expressed hope that world leaders would do more to reduce carbon emissions that are threatening to destroy the island country within the next 30 years. According to him, these 2 small island states have nothing to do with the carbon emissions, but quite apart from not emitting. We are also one of the major and significant carbon sinks of the world. And so, we have been collecting the garbage out of the air because of our seagrass and mangroves, but we are not being paid for it. On top of that, Davis believes that more than 50% of the Bahamas' national debt is a direct result of climate change caused by the industry-oriented nations, as well as having to borrow to recover, borrow to bring back the country to normalcy. Role of crypto in addressing issues in the Bahamas. In Davis's view, crypto has the potential to solve some of the problems his country is facing as a consequence of climate change and industrial development. As he explained, we are now engaging the voluntary markets, and we're going to tie that to the crypto space as well, so that we can continue to innovate to see how we can have revenue sources, he said. Finally, he stressed that we have recognized the space of crypto, recognized that it's here to stay, and that the 20% of GDP that I had lost because of the intervention of the industrialized world, that was the way to replace it. So I went after crypto in the financial space, and then I tied that into one of the other consequential issues that faces our small island development states. That is the consequences of climate change. It is also worth noting that the Bahamas is the home of the cryptocurrency exchange platform FTX. Together with Anthony Scaramucci's finance and technology forum SALT, FTX held an exclusive event dubbed Crypto Bahamas between April 26 and April 29, bringing together 2,000 participants from the crypto industry. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on the notification button so that you won't miss any updates.